Hey everyone, welcome. Frank here. It's good to see you. Hey, today I would like to, in today's video, I'd like to talk about what is a disciplined man and why the world needs him today. But before I do that, I want to make sure that the women in my life, the women in my community, in my sphere, understand that I am not taking anything away from the power, the leadership, and the strength that you bring to the equation of the world society. You bring many, many magical things to us, and I believe in your power and strength and support you 100%. I've started the Disciplined Man Project because I think there's something lacking in today's society with men. And for those men who that has meaning to, you'll get it in the message. But I by no means am taking anything away from our female counterparts who are a major part of the success of our communities and in our world as a whole. In fact, the Napoleon Hill Institute has a um, a program. It's called the Women's Collective, which is designed specifically for women who want to grow to their highest potential and to help other women grow to their potential as well. So, for the ladies in the room, if you would like more information about that, please feel free to drop a message down below, and I will send you a link with all the information and how I can help you get involved with the Women's Collective. I wanted to bring that up at the beginning of this video, just in case you don't listen to the whole video. So there you go. Let's get started with what is a disciplined man and why the world needs him today. Let's begin with a simple observation. Every age in history has been defined by the quality of its men. Civilizations rise or fall, families thrive or crumble, and communities grow strong or weak, depending on whether men live with discipline or without it. Now, discipline is a word that often brings to mind restrictions, sacrifice, or even punishment. But in reality, discipline is the very opposite of limitation. Discipline is the great liberator. It is the unseen force that allows a man to live fully, to live freely, and to live with purpose. Without discipline, a man drifts. He becomes reactive instead of proactive. He lives by default instead of by design. But with discipline, he becomes the master of his own destiny. And so, today I want to ask and answer two vital questions. What is a disciplined man, and why is it so important, perhaps now more than ever, to become one in today's world? Let's begin with defining the disciplined man. A disciplined man is not a man without desires. He is not a man without fears or without flaws. Rather, he is a man who has learned to direct his desires, to master his fears, and to use his flaws as stepping stones toward growth. He understands that self-control is the first victory, and without it, no other victories matter. The disciplined man wakes with intention. He orders his day not according to whim, but according to purpose. He has vision for his life, a definite aim, and he has trained himself to subordinate momentary impulses to the greater mission. He understands, as Napoleon Hill wrote, that self-discipline begins with the mastery of your thoughts. If you do not control your thoughts, you cannot control your needs. Self-discipline calls for a balancing of the emotions of your heart and the reasoning of your head. A disciplined man is one who has learned the art of balance between mind and body, between passion and reason, between the immediate and the ultimate. Discipline is freedom. Now, many resist discipline because they see it as a cage. But the truth is the opposite. A man without discipline is enslaved to his appetites, to his distractions, to his moods. He may believe he is free, but in reality, he is in chains, driven by forces outside of himself. But a disciplined man is free, free to think clearly, free to act effectively, free to pursue a chosen course without being derailed by the noise of the world. Think of the concert pianist. He is free to perform with beauty and mastery only because he submitted himself to the discipline of practice. Think of the athlete. He is free to move with power and precision only because he embraced the discipline of training. And think of the leader. He is free to inspire and to guide only because he has disciplined himself to learn, to listen, and to act with courage. In every field of human endeavor, it is discipline that creates freedom. The absence of discipline in modern society. Now let's look at the world around us. We live in an age of distraction. Our attention is pulled in 100 directions, and men are often encouraged to indulge every impulse rather than restrain from any of them. We see men addicted to screens, to substances, to comfort. We see men without mission, drifting through their days. We see families without strong fathers, communities without strong leaders, and nations without strong citizens. This is the cost of undisciplined living. Society suffers not when men are too strong, but when they are too weak. Not when men have too much conviction, but when they have none at all. Without discipline, men become passive, and passive men do not build, they do not protect, they do not lead. Why discipline matters now more than ever. In times of abundance, weakness can be hidden, but in times of challenge, weakness is exposed. We live in a moment of great challenge. The world is changing faster than ever. Technology advances, economies shift, and values are contested. In such a time, we do not need men who are comfortable. We need men who are disciplined. Why? Because a disciplined man is steady when others panic. He acts with clarity when others are confused. He chooses principle over popularity. He serves service over selfishness and purpose over pleasure. A disciplined man becomes an anchor in the storm, a light in the darkness, a builder when others complain. The disciplined man and his core traits. What, then, are the marks of a disciplined man? Let us name a few. Clarity of purpose. He knows where he is going. His life is not random. It is ordered by a mission. Mastery of habits. He has trained his body and mind through daily routines, whether in health, learning, or work. Emotional control. He feels deeply, but he does not let his emotions dictate his actions. He responds instead of reacts. Courage. He does what is necessary, not what is easy. Integrity. He disciplines himself to tell the truth, to keep his word, and to act consistently with his values. Service. He disciplines himself not to live only for self, but to build and to serve others. These are not gifts of birth. They are the fruit of discipline. Learning through adversity. One of the greatest teachers of discipline is adversity. Napoleon Hill reminded us every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. The undisciplined man crumbles under adversity. He sees it only as defeat, but the disciplined man learns from it. He discovers strength he did not know he had. He refines his habits. He clarifies his priorities and emerges stronger. Defeat is not the enemy of discipline, but its ally. For it is in the crucible of adversity that true discipline is forged. The disciplined man in family, work, and society. Let's consider the impact of a disciplined man. In the family, he is present, faithful, and reliable. He provides not only materially, but emotionally and spiritually. His children see him as a model of consistency and strength. In the workplace, he is diligent, trustworthy, and resilient. He becomes a leader not merely by position, but by character. Others follow him because he first disciplines himself. In the community, he stands as a pillar. He contributes rather than consumes. He builds rather than tears down. He leads not by force, but by example. And in society, disciplined men form the backbone of freedom. For a nation is only as strong as the character of its men, and where there is no discipline, there can be no lasting liberty. The cost of undisciplined living. Now let's be plain. The alternative is costly. An undisciplined man pays the price in health through neglect of body and mind. He pays the price in relationships through selfishness and unreliability. He pays the price in career through laziness and inconsistency. And he pays the price in spirit through regret and a life half lived. Nature penalizes idleness, time penalizes waste, and life penalizes those who refuse to discipline themselves. The rewards of discipline. But the disciplined man, he reaps rewards far greater than the sacrifices he makes. He enjoys health because he disciplines his habits. He earns trust because he disciplines his words and actions. He achieves success because he disciplines his focus. He experiences peace because he disciplines his mind. In the end, discipline leads not to deprivation, but to abundance, not to misery, but to fulfillment. How to begin the journey of discipline. The journey begins not with grand gestures, but with small, consistent steps. Begin with your morning. Rise early. Claim the first hour of your day with intention. Reading, journaling, exercise, and prayer. Set a clear goal. Define what you are aiming for and align all of your actions to that aim. Build one habit at a time. Discipline is not built overnight, but through small daily victories. Seek accountability. Surround yourself with others who call you to a higher standard. Embrace adversity. See in every challenge the opportunity to grow stronger. Discipline is not a destination, but a lifelong practice. Here's a call to call out to all men today. Men, let me speak plainly. The world does not need more distracted men. It does not need more passive men. It does not need more men chasing comfort or hiding from responsibility. The world needs disciplined men. Men who lead themselves before they try to lead others. Men who choose principle over popularity. Men who rise early, work diligently, speak truthfully, and live faithfully. Men who stand firm when others fall away. For when men are disciplined, families are strong. When men are disciplined, communities are secure. When men are disciplined, natures endure. In conclusion, I leave you with this thought. A disciplined man is not born, he is made. He is made through choice, through habit, through persistence, and through adversity. The question is not whether you can become a disciplined man. You can. The question is whether you will. For the disciplined man enjoys the greatest freedom, the freedom to live with clarity, with purpose, and with strength. And in today's world, a world filled with distraction, drift, and decay, the disciplined man may be the most important man of all. So here's my final call to action. You now stand at the crossroads. On one side lies the path of drift, distraction, and decline. The path of the undisciplined man, it is crowded, and it is easy, and it leads to nowhere. On the other side lies the path of discipline. Few travel it. It is harder. It requires sacrifice, but it leads to strength, purpose, leadership, and freedom. Which will you choose? Do not wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. Discipline begins this very moment. Rise earlier, write down your purpose, take control of your thoughts, your habits, and your time. And above all, decide right now that you will no longer be a man who drifts, but a man who leads. Because society does not need more men who wait. It needs men who act. It needs disciplined men. And the truth is, if not you, then who? If not now, then when? So I challenge you, begin today. Step into the ranks of men who live with discipline, who live with purpose, who live with strength. And together, we will shape not only our own futures, but the future of the world around us. Guys, thank you so much for listening. I hope you listened all the way through to this end. And I want to invite you all to take part in the Discipline Man Project. If you're interested, if you're ready to step up, please just put a message down below, direct message me, and tell me I'm ready. And I will reach out to you and invite you to a meeting of disciplined men who have committed to being the best that we can possibly be in the world that we live in, and leading by example and being a disciplined man. Thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate you all, and I look forward to seeing you in the future. We'll talk soon.